Intonation is very important with any musical instrument, and with the horn we have 3 opportunities to make adjustments with intonation. One is with our lips. We can change the valving on our horn. And our third way we can make the adjustments is with our hand. So we're pretty fortunate in that respect that we have 3 different ways to make these adjustments for an intonation. But most of the time we really don't have a good idea of which direction we need to go because of other noises, other sounds within an orchestra or an ensemble. So we need to somehow work on this on our own and find the right methods to work on this. One way certainly is using the tuner, but you have that the absolute designation of that a C or whatever note is supposed to be in between, or where the green light is, or the arrow straight up. And when you bring those intonations that you've thought or you've settled in on with the tuner, and you bring them into the ensemble or with a piano or with an orchestra, you might find out that they don't line up. So one of the things that I like to work with is work with a drone. You have the constant tone or key of the piece that you're working on, and then you get to work slowly within that scale of this excerpt or a excerpt that you're working on, and you find out that maybe thirds need to be a little bit lower or possibly higher than what you were playing them. The fifths have to be wider. Maybe the actual tonic that you're playing is not correct. And hear those pulses, how they smooth out or sometimes get crazier when you are tuning with a drone. And I think it's very effective, but you have to do this slowly. I'm going to demonstrate an excellent excerpt of Mahler's First Symphony with a drone. And again, playing with just a tuner, you might tune it a specific way, but when you get into the orchestra, you're like, what have I done? So I'm going to ask for a drone to be played, and I'm going to work on Mahler's First Symphony, the first horn entrance, the pianissimo entrance in the first movement. Drone, please. When I was playing with the drone, you heard me moving up and moving down. Again, it was my testing of each note within that solo. And I was even surprised at myself that when I was playing my third, I was high and I had to come down more than I thought, which is an absolute normal case of what happens. And there's some other notes too that I was very unsettled, and I was, again, trying to adjust and settle in. I'm going to do the drone again, and I'm going to do the excerpt at tempi and see if I've improved on that at all. I think I corrected a fair amount of that. There's a couple tiny things were there, and I made quick adjustments. I think because when I was doing the exercise slowly with the drone, I knew what my tendency was, and so when it came time to playing it at tempi with the drone, I was able to make that correction quicker because of the direction or the tendency that I knew I was going to go. I was able to fix it the other direction. So again, I recommend the drone work, but it has to be done slowly. You can also do this with etudes and solo pieces as well.